Hi, Sam.
Hi,
Hi.
Sam.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Doing
Hey,
well.
Sam.
How are you?
Good. Good. Thanks.
Remember to mute your microphone when we start the meeting.
Okay. I'm looking for where to do that.
You have a phone, right? Sam?
You doing it on a computer? There you go. You got it.
Debbie's here.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi.
Okay, we are live at 7 p.m. Welcome to the virtual edition of the Parkway Board of Education regular meeting for April 1st, 2020. Nikki, would you please call roll?
Ms. Davis,
Here.
Ms. Hill,
Here.
Mrs. Hopper,
Here.
Mr. Schindler,
Here.
Dr. Ciortino,
And make sure to unclick your mute button when you vote.
Mr. Seltzer,
Here.
Mr. Todd.
I am here. Let's see. Right now, we're going to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance the best we can. I have a flag right up here. If you can't see it, I'll hold another one up. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, as I said, this is the virtual edition of the Board of Education regular meeting. As such, we have scaled back our meeting to only include the pertinent things that we must do tonight to keep the business of the district running. So we have no special recognitions tonight. We only have one addendum to the agenda, and that is item 10.04, approval of personnel items. Tonight, we had an opportunity for citizen statements, however, we have none. So now we move on to the approval of the agenda. May I have a motion and a second to approve the agenda for the regular meeting of the Board of Education as scheduled for April 1st, 2020?
So moved.
Second.
You all need to unmute your microphones to vote. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Next, the next regular board meeting will take place on Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020, beginning at 7 p.m. The annual organizational meeting will take place prior to the regular meeting at 6:30 p.m. Both meetings will be streamed live. Next, we have board liaison reports. And let's go in our usual order that we're familiar with. So Matt, you're up.
I'll just share with two kids, with a senior and 8th grader going through the e-learning. I've been very impressed by the whole process. I have enjoyed them going outside, getting pictures of the buds on the trees as part of their classes, and also exercising in the living room too as part of their classes. It's been fun to watch. And just anybody out there listening, for the parents, thank you for the parents all out there too, because it's not easy having to have your job, all your family together, and you're trying to homeschool and e-learn with your student too. And I know one family with 6 kids trying to do all this. So it is not easy. I have my 2, and it's good. I'm not gonna complain at all. So that's all I have.
Okay, who's up next?
Me. Well, I have very similar things to say. E-learning is going really well in my family so far. I love seeing all the things that my kids are doing. And I really just want to put a thank you out there to everybody involved, whether it's the Parkway administration, the teachers, the staff, and then of course the parents, because this is a new world that none of us expected. And I have been very impressed with all the hard work that is going into making everything run. There's so much going on behind the scenes that people don't see. I've also experienced some of the front of the scenes stuff. I had to go pick up a Chromebook, and seeing all the district workers out there making sure that everybody is getting access to learning has just made me very proud to be a part of Parkway.
It's great. Thank you. Kevin?
I think Sam, then Christy.
Oh, Sam, you're next. Have anything to share, Sam? Sam, you have anything to share? You'll have to unmute your microphone.
His audio might be turned off too.
Maybe so. You want to go ahead, Kevin?
Yeah, certainly. I want to kind of echo what some of my colleagues are saying. I just think the district has done an exemplary job of creating a workable system under crazy circumstances. I think it's really telling that we don't have any citizen statements tonight. I think that's an indication that the community is satisfied with our efforts. And I just want to echo the board members, the teachers, the students, everyone I've heard from that is pleased with what Parkway has done under just, I hate to use the word surreal, but surreal circumstances. So kudos to everyone from the top down. As a parent, I've seen on my side of the e-learning, the teachers are engaged. They're using the technology. They're keeping the students, with particularly my kids my son's in elementary school, and it's particularly hard in that grade level, that age level, and they've kept them engaged. They've given them things to do that are they don't just kill time. They're continuing their education under these circumstances, and so I just want to commend everybody involved. I did have an occasion to have to call the technology help desk yesterday because we had trouble logging into something. I got a call back within 90 seconds, I think. So I think from at all levels, we're firing on all cylinders and doing a great job. So I just want to applaud everyone's efforts.
Great, thank you. Christy, how about you?
Sure. And, again, some of the same things to say, just adding on a little bit. We have a preschooler and a kindergartner, and the preschooler is having a virtual parents as teachers visit tomorrow afternoon. So even that will be interesting, but even that is still going. And our kindergartner happens to right now have a long-term sub. Her teacher is on maternity leave. And I have to say, even the long-term sub has jumped into e-learning, is hosting Google Hangouts. I think the entire kindergarten class was like running through their houses today with their Chromebooks saying, look at my room. And like, there was just a lot going on. But even the subs are jumping in and really giving kids an experience. Claire's teacher and her baby actually joined the Google Hangout today, which was like very exciting for all the kids. So just jumping in on how great everyone's done, and thinking about some of the negative feedback that public education sometimes gets for not being creative and not being innovative. If you look at this, it just proves how ridiculous those accusations are. And I would challenge us to find any other schools in the country, any districts in the country that are doing as well or anything like what Parkview has been able to pull off on such short notice. So again, kudos to the district, like everyone else is saying.
Thank you. Sam, do you have anything you want to add? You need to unmute your microphone. Sam, you need to unmute your microphone. Okay, so we'll move on to Debbie.
Thank you. Again, just echoing a lot of what our colleagues have said, we're just witnessing some wonderful things that are happening in Parkway. My children also have had teachers on maternity leave that are now chiming in with their subs, their long-term subs. And so the kids get to see the little baby and get to see the teacher that they haven't seen for a long time. So this is a fun way to be able to do that. And we're just seeing some remarkable efforts from our teaching staff that have just go above and beyond. And just seeing some of the principals that are engaged. I loved Mr. Seacott at Shenandoah Valley having his virtual lunch with his students and telling them to mute your microphone. And it was just adorable. And so, and he said too, he's not felt disengaged with his students this way before. So there are some positives that are coming out of this. I think having a high schooler, there's some benefit to having a flexible schedule where they can have a little bit more control and leeway over when they want to do their work and when, as long as it all gets turned in. But it is challenging and on some fronts as well. So, but I think overall, I can see and hear nothing but positives. On another note, I would like to report, it's a subcommittee report. Do you want to do that or wait?
Sure, you can go ahead.
So the Special School District Governing Council had our meeting on March 2nd, and the primary outcome of that meeting was the Special School District Board of Education election results. And I'd like to report the following individuals were elected to the Special School District Board of Education. Re-elected in Subdistrict 1 is Mr. Curtis Faulkner, representing I'm sorry, I don't have what districts they are. He's Hazelwood and I think one other subdistrict there. So he was uncontested running for that subdistrict. Subdistrict 2 is Dr. Daniel Cuneo. He is an incumbent as well that ran uncontested and serves Melville School District, I believe Afton, and some of the other South County area districts. And then in Subdistrict 7, which represents Rockwood, Dr. Yuval Osner was elected to the Board of Education. There were two other candidates in that subdistrict that ran, and Dr. Osner came out with the representative number of the population and votes that required that. So they all will begin their 3-year terms. That's all. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. And I'll add I'll echo the sentiments of the rest of the board that the administrators and staff who continue to keep the essential business of the district running are doing an amazing job. The teachers, we all continue to see and hear things in the community from parents and on the news. And it's just, it's really heartening to see how much effort everyone's putting into keeping things going in this new and interesting way. Also need to obviously shout out the technology department, which has made so much of this possible in such a short amount of time. And with this virtual board meeting is a perfect example, something we wouldn't have considered just a couple of weeks ago, and now it's the new normal. So thanks to everyone who's putting so much work into keeping things moving. I will say I got a chance to stop by some of the Chromebook distributions and food pantry distributions, and all of those again were very well run very smoothly. Things just flowing right through. So again, we appreciate the work of so many going through all this with us. So that's all I have for me personally. Keith, you want to add anything?
Really, you guys covered the base so well. Thank you so much. And Jeff, thank you so much for your video too. That was so well received by so many. That was very, very nice and very appropriate. I would just say that so many other people in terms of, and you know, it's always dangerous to recognize individuals. I think we covered the base pretty well. I do want to just shout out for Marlene Pfeiffer. You did mention the work of the food service. I think they're up to close now to 400 or so meals distributed a day at different locations. And I also just want to thank Pat McParlin, who has really been a team player. Pat is the president of the Parkway NEA, and just has been almost daily conversations with him. And he's been very supportive, and also reports that teachers are really grateful for the support that they're getting from technology and from their parents. And I do want to thank our community for being so supportive and so kind through all this. There was a message for any community members that are on watching this tonight. Was an important message that went out today, which we want you to take note of, which is talking about, or rather it's going to come out tomorrow morning, I should say. Maybe went out to staff tonight, but tomorrow morning or tomorrow early, there'll be a message that'll talk about the next phase of our e-learning. And that'll be an important message you want to take note of. But again, thank all of you. And I too am amazed how this has been able to accomplish so fast. But I think Christy said it very, very well. We have a lot of people who work hard and innovative, and we have some very talented folks. And I hope that through all this, public education will get a great grade. They should. Parkway's done a great job. I can tell you, I think many local public school districts have done equally well. We're getting some great reports even from around the country. So it's good to see, and we're going to continue striving to work hard at our communication efforts with all parties as well. So thank you, board members, for all your comments, and well appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, moving on, 10.0 action items. We only have 10 on the list tonight, plus our addendum. So board members, remember you'll have to unmute your microphone to vote. May I please have a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented in the April 1st, 2020 board materials?
So moved.
Second.
Second. Is there anything to be pulled to action or closed? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 7-0. We have no policy review tonight. We have no reports. We have no work session. We have no special meeting. So I can tell you the next anticipated closed session will be held on Monday, April 6th. Details of the closed session will be posted within 24 hours of the anticipated meeting. Since we have no closed session to go into, may I have a motion and a second to adjourn the regular meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 7-0. We are adjourned. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Aye.